Right, the indentation technique. So I have just transferred my kitten using carbon paper, and I'm just taking the carbon paper away because I don't need it for this next bit. I don't want the dark lines, I want light ones. So what I'm using is my embossing tool, and I'm using firm pressure to create a small channel in the wood, an indentation. Now, I'm not pressing so hard that I'm tearing through the paper and gouging out the wood, because that's, yeah, we really don't want to be doing that. I'm just using firm pressure just to create a small indentation. Now, I suggest that if you're going to use this technique for white whiskers, which is a great technique, by the way, if you're going to use this technique, then you will be better off having a play around with pressure and what you're happy with. In some cases, I've on this particular piece, I've gone not quite dark enough, and I will show you how to deal with that later. Now, I'm just putting firm pressure on here, and I'm just adding in all these white whiskers. Now, white whiskers can be pesky. You don't want to you don't want to trace them down dark with pencil or carbon paper or even graphite paper, because it's obviously you've got to get rid of that later. So this technique means that you can burn and not worry about what colour your whiskers are, because they're always going to be wood coloured. So just finishing off this, I'm going to pull that up there, that's it, and keep going with these, just adding these in, just double checking what I need to do, making sure I've got all the whiskers in, because once this paper comes off, you cannot put it back. Right, so the indentations are there, but the camera cannot pick them up just yet. It's just like if you drop something on your board, it comes. Now you can see here that you can see some of the indentations there, and you can see as I'm burning the layers of fur underneath, I'm not burning in that channel, which creates your whisker naturally, because it can't, unless you turn your tip over, you cannot do it. So now I've got a knife. Now up here I did some of the whiskers, well, eyebrows, but I didn't use enough pressure. So my indentation is there, but what I've got to do now is just clean out that channel just a little bit. But I know it's there and I can see it's there. You can't see it on camera, but I can see it's there. So just using the point of the knife, and I'm just gently, now this is gently scraping away some of that burn to clean that channel out. And here again, just where I had not quite put enough pressure on, and just scraping this out. And it's just a great way to do this, and it just cleans up your lines nicely as well. There we go, just a little bit more there. There we are. So I'm going to do this side so you can see it's just cleaning it out nicely, just where I've done the layering. Right, now what I'm going to do is I've got some Jo Sonja's white titanium white paint. It's just acrylic paint. Now I'm just going to paint in that channel. Now my brush is a 000, so it's really quite small. But as you can see, that was quite bright. So what I've done is use my finger just to take away some of that brightness. And it always seems to work. I always find, you can hear the painters screaming at me right now, saying, no, don't use your fingers. But I always use my fingers. It just seems to work. It seems to dull the paint down just enough, as you can see. Just got these up here. And I'm going to add the little bit of white paint in there. I just find that the white paint is just enough to make those whiskers pop, because whiskers do pop. It's just, how do we do that with art? It's simple and effective. There we go, just putting this one in here, and then I'll show you. There we go. Ooh, bit of a splodge. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So that is the indentation technique. So we have got here where the whiskers are popping, and I'm just trying to get it so it shows the indentations, but there's a few there, but you can't read, the camera's not really picking it up, unfortunately. So yeah, try it out, let me know what you think. I absolutely love this technique for white whiskers. It just works really, really well. So yeah, there we go. I'm trying to get this to view. You still can't really see it, but overall it works really, really well.